Welcome back, friends. It's the Half-Ass Crafter. I'm Laura, the Half-Ass Crafter, and we're going to do some half-ass crafting, sort of. We're just going to make backgrounds. It's okay. So it's my 1-year YouTube anniversary. So I thought what I would do is I would kind of go back to my roots. So one of the first videos that I put up on YouTube was me making backgrounds in an art journal. So I thought, how fun would it be to make backgrounds in my current art journal while talking about my 1 year on YouTube, right? So there will probably be a little flip through in here too, because you haven't seen some of these things like this. I finally started doodling her, and what I discovered is with my doodling, I really need to just take time and do it when the moment strikes. I am not a get it all done in one sitting type of person. So that's been a very interesting lesson that I learned. I doodled her as well, and I think that she looks great, and I gave her a little necklace. I did this one, which you didn't see at all. I did her very quickly. This was a super fast page. Yeah, I just did it really fast. I was like, I just want to put these things down, and I actually really like it, and it's probably not done. I will probably do something with her hair because I feel like she needs funky hair. I think you've seen that. I don't think that you've seen this one. All I've done is put it down. I do have some words written here, but I don't think you can see them. That's a surprise. I will post it on my Instagram when I finish it. I have to be in the mood and confident enough to do lettering to do that one. You saw that one. I think that you've seen those. I know that y'all have seen those. These are some of my favorites. This is my most recent one, which I really love. It's kind of like glue book meets my paper dolls, which is cool. I did her. I don't think anyone saw this one. I don't know. This was one of those where I just slapped some stuff on the page, and then later on I was like, oh, you know what I should do? I should doodle all of this. So I started doodling it. There's a background that hasn't been done yet. You've seen those. I haven't really touched them. I don't think there's anything else. Oh yeah, I do have these two massive heads, because what I've been doing is when I find a really big head that I like, I want to put it in the front of this book, and I want to practice doodling on their heads. Because I think if I have to doodle big eyes, I'll get better at doodling when I'm ready to doodle little eyes. So that's my thought process. You've seen that one. You probably haven't seen that one. She's not done either. She was another one where I was just like throwing things on the page. This is some border pieces that I want to put on. I'm still working on this one. She's really cool. I like her a lot. I'm going to take my time with her. So you saw that one because we did it together. Same thing with these. I haven't done anything. I think I'm going to glue that page there and then put a doll here because I just love that whole page. And I think I put down some gel print scraps. That's it. That's all I have. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here in the middle, and I'm going to do my easiest background process that I have. So I've got a piece of deli paper here because I don't have my glass mat. This is a plastic mat from IKEA. It's a desk mat. I put it down so that y'all don't have those horrible lights flashing in your eyeballs. Oh, that was driving me crazy, FYI. So, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some paint down. I'm going to show you the absolute 100% easiest way to make backgrounds. If you are like, I don't want to make a mess, I don't want to get my hands dirty. Okay, you're just going to need some paint and a baby wipe. That's it. That's all you need. You're probably going to get your hands a little dirty because, well, it's not a super clean process. And all we're going to do is rub the paint. We're literally just smushing paint on the page. It is no big deal. That's all. And we're just going to do this with a few different colors and see what happens. Oh, is this silver? Oh, it is. Let's use some silver. And I'm just going to, I don't know if you can see. You can't. I just have my paper up here, and I'm just squirting out a little bit of paint onto the paper. And then I'm just going to fold my baby wipe, and I pick up a little bit of paint. A little bit more for up here. The metallic paints really look good over another color. So keep that in mind. And then I'm going to use some of this blue. So I'm just going to do this. I'm not really going to talk about my process because I want to talk about being on YouTube for a whole year. So it's really ridiculous that I'm on YouTube. If you know me in real life, you will, if I told my real life friends that don't know about my YouTube channel, they wouldn't believe me. I'm fairly certain that they would call me a liar and think I was just like pulling their leg. But I really have had so much fun having a YouTube channel. It's so silly. I've been on YouTube a year. I think 2 days or 3 days ago was my actual like 1 year anniversary from my very first upload, but I don't really count that upload. I did a Pipsticks unboxing. Pipsticks is like a sticker subscription thing. And the only reason I did that is because this is so silly, because I wanted to open it, but I wanted to do an unboxing. It actually got to me like a day earlier than I thought it would. And so I was like, oh no, what do I do? That's not my first video, but then it had to be. So anyway, so my first video, I don't remember what date it was, the 25th or 28th or something. So that's when I really did my first video. So this background's done. This is all I wanted to do. And this is all we're going to do. I'm just going to smush paint around and then I'm going to go to the next one. And the cool thing is this is going to dry by the time I get done with this page. So my first video was March something, 20 something, who knows. And I think it was the backgrounds one. I don't know. I would have to look. Somebody else can also look and maybe tell me if you remember that video. Maybe you watched it. I don't know. So what have I learned so far, I guess, being on YouTube for a year? Well, first off, you're not going to make any livable wage just by doing YouTube videos. I mean, you could, right? Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. There are people that do it. But you need so many viewers, so many watch hours, so many subscribers. It's really very, very difficult. But I already have over 2,200 subscribers. And that is wild to me. I remember telling my husband, I was like, well, maybe I'll get like, I don't know, maybe 200 or 300 subscribers. Maybe I'll have 500 in my first year. That'd be cool. So having 2,000 in my first year is wild, just wild to me. So thank you all so much for joining me. I'm so glad that you enjoy listening to my ridiculous banter and watching me show you how not to do arts and crafts, because I am very good at showing you what not to do. It is my forte, as they say. Getting a little piece of deli paper here, just in case. I don't really want those pages to stick together. I'm gonna get a piece of deli paper to go here. Actually, here, I have an extra piece of paper. Let's just do that. I need to turn my deli page over here so that I can have some different colors. These are going to be rich colors. Rich. Ooh la la. What else have I learned? Well, I have so many new friends. I love all my arts and crafts friends. My crafty friends are my best friends. I am just over the moon that I've met all of you, and I've done a few little swaps with people, and I have made some genuine friendships with a lot of you. And really, I mean, honestly, I see it as, all of my subscribers are friends. That's why when I first start a video, I say, welcome back, friends, because you're all my friends, even if you're brand new. If this is your first video here with me, you're a friend, because we're all friends. I am so going to get paint on that other page. We are all friends here. So there's a lot of different ways you can do backgrounds. I find that what I call the smushing paint technique that I'm doing right now is really the easiest, because then I don't have to really worry about a whole lot of things. I can just smush the paint on. And if you want to do, you could do stencils, masks, whatever. Collage, you could put collage on here. This alizarin crimson hue is very red, but that's okay. I may put a border on some of these, that if I don't get the color all the way to the edge, I may just go ahead and put a border on. Nope, come back. I don't want red on the other page. There we go. Cool. So I've made a lot of friends. You're all my friends. I just need you to know that. I've done a few swaps with some folks, which has been a whole lot of fun, because y'all are a lot of fun. Let's do this. Let's do a 2-pager. What colors do we want? Ooh, how about a purple? A purple, a green, and a copper? Oh, that's going to be so dark. Let's try it. It's just paint. The worst case scenario is you just put a bunch of gesso on it and go about your business. So I'm not going to worry about it. The other cool thing that I've really learned this first year is how to not take myself so seriously with my art. You know, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, which is incredibly helpful to, you know, to kind of set the stage on what are other people doing? How do other people think about their art? You know, are they as critical as I am? Are they allowing themselves grace and ease? And, ooh, some of that, what is it, raw sienna? Yeah, some of that raw sienna is getting in here. And, ooh, we're going to make a Mardi Gras page. That's okay. Mardi Gras is around my birthday. So that's okay. Should have put some masking tape on the spine, but whatever. We can't win them all, y'all. We can't win them all. So I think the most interesting thing is, you know, I just don't take myself as seriously with my art like I used to. You know, I used to be like, oh, well, I can't, you know, I don't want to ruin this, right? And I think a lot of us say that. We all are like, oh, I don't want to ruin this page. I'll save this. I'm going to hoard this image or this magazine or this paint or this whatever until the perfect time. And the perfect time never comes, y'all. It never shows up. I don't think that I've had a moment in time where I'm like, oh, this is the perfect time to use that blobbity bloop. I mean, maybe I have and I don't remember it, but let's do swirlies and see if we can get some movement on these pages. I know, more than's on there. Yes. There we go. Well, that's kind of cool. Let's see. What do I want? I think I want a little bit of purple down here and a smidgen of purple up here and a smidgen of green. You do have to be careful because this will make mud, as we call it. What else have I learned? I've learned that that's a lot of green. I've learned to make art and don't worry about what happens later. So when I first started, I was like, I don't understand these junk journals. Like, what are you going to do with them? And, you know, it wasn't until just recently that I was like, who cares what you do with them? You make them because it feels good to your brain to make things, because it does. And then, you know, oh, I need something here. You're just making things that feel good to your brain and make you happy. And that's it. That's what you're doing. It's not anything, you know, you don't have to use it. We don't have to make things and be productive for an end result. We can just make things because it makes us happy. The mindset of making things to have a useful product at the end, that's a mindset that's been put into your brain by our society. You can simply make things because they're beautiful. I can make a journal and set it on a shelf and walk away from it, and, you know, maybe in 50 years my kids will find it and they'll be like, oh, this is interesting. And maybe they flip through it and then they're like, oh wow, mom like took her time and did all this stuff. This is really interesting. Or maybe it's not interesting to them. It doesn't matter. You're doing it for yourself for that one moment in time. And sometimes that's plenty. Ooh, that's a dark background. Let's put some more pink over here. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. I'm going to leave that like it is. But I need another piece of deli paper. So just make art and don't worry about if it's productive. Is it making you happy? Is it bringing you joy? Then that's productive enough. All right, let's see. We need, let's do deep violet. I'm just putting color down to see what colors come up for me and make my brain happy. Some other things that I have really focused on this year is, you know, creating every day. So not only do I have a YouTube channel, but I've also been creating almost every day, because the YouTube channel sort of, you know, it kind of holds me accountable for doing that creative process every day, which is really nice. If I'm completely honest, it's super nice, because it kind of makes me stop, you know. I get done with work and I go and I do all the stuff that I need to do for the evening. And maybe I make dinner and, you know, whatever. And then I get to come up here and I have my quiet alone time with myself. And sometimes I watch YouTube videos and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just turn on music and I just kind of go wherever the art takes me. Ooh, that was a lot. But that's okay. If you put on too much, you just wipe it off. There we go. This does use a lot of baby wipes, so you may want to make sure that you buy like a multi-pack. Have a bunch around. So I'm slowly overcoming my fear of ruining things. You know, I've started doodling more. When I first started, man, I didn't want to doodle. Whoops, that's okay. This is actually the correct color for that page, but let's put this behind it. I was very worried about doodling on my paper dolls. I was like, no, they're fine. I'm just going to leave them alone. But really, I needed to just try it. And I did. I got out of my comfort zone. I was like, all right, we're going to doodle. I can doodle on this. And I did. And I started doodling more on my paper dolls. And you just saw some of them, and they're not bad. I still feel like I'm trying to find my style. So I'm not sure that I have really found what I would call my style yet. I think I'm way more random than I thought I was, but I think that is the thing that I like the most about creating, is that I can be random and I don't have to be prescriptive. And whoa, that's kind of neat. Whoa, come back. Ooh, cool. Now the cool thing is when I put a border around here, it's really going to draw everything in. So right now, these are just backgrounds. They're not meant to be the focal point. They're not meant to elicit any sort of real reaction out of you. You shouldn't be like, oh my God, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I mean, you can, and that's fine. And you know, they're not bad looking, but they are not the focal point. They are just a background. I have a lot of bronze here, and I want to see what happens if I just put this bronze all over this page. Ooh, that's kind of cool. And what if we do some red? So I've got some notes over here. I think the biggest thing that I would want to tell folks is there are no arts and crafts police. I've watched a lot of videos where, you know, people are like, oh, you know, I think this is really called a blobbity bloop and not a smoopity schloop. And it's like, I think you can call it whatever you want. If you want to call your art journal a junk journal, if you want to call your junk journal an art journal, if you want to call your glue book a junk journal, if you want to call your, you know, smash book that's made out of an old book, an altered book, it doesn't matter. I think the reason we have words is so that we can talk about things. And I think it's useful to hear, hey, here's different ways that you can use an old book. But I think gatekeeping others and saying what you're doing is not junk journaling is really ridiculous and pointless. Like, yeah, we got way better things to do with our time than all of that. You know what I mean? All of that. So I wouldn't worry about it. I don't really think anybody does gatekeep. I've never had anybody like comment and be like, what you're doing is not blah, blah, blah. So I just think we worry that people are going to gatekeep, but they don't. So you know what? Just do whatever. I mean, you know, I'm not worried that people are going to be like, those backgrounds are ugly. I mean, they're not meant to be great. I think they're kind of cool if I do say so myself. Let's see what else I've got here. What if I did these two colors? Let's see what happens. I'm going to turn my page again. And we're going to try it. This is a great way if you've got these little acrylic paint sampler tubes. This is a great way to use them. Also, I kind of say you should probably just get this. I've had these for a few years now, and I still haven't used all of them. I've used a couple. but not all. Ooh, that's a cool yellowy green, isn't it? Oh, that's great. Put some yellow in there. Oh, that's way better than I thought it was going to be. So this isn't quite the Diane Reevely way of smushing paint around. She picks out 2 to 3 colors and then she's like, okay, I'm going to put one color here and here and here. And then she gets the other color and she goes here and here. And then she'll do a little down here. She likes to go in 3s, which is fine. She also likes to use a stencil. She uses lots of stencils, which is great. I mean, I do like using stencils, but we're not going to use stencils today because I don't want to have to clean them up. Ah. So there are no arts and crafts police. Y'all just go create things, man. Just go create things, enjoy yourselves, have fun, do the thing that makes you happy and you enjoy your art, because that's really why we're all here. The cool thing that I want to do with my channel, I want to keep creating how I've been creating. Let me use a little distress paint here and see what I can come up with. Oh, I kind of like this. I have been kind of poking around at doing digitals. I used to do digital scrapbooking and I made some kits and things, so I do know how to do that, but I haven't really done it because, you know, that's a whole other hobby. Like then I got 2 hobbies. Well, I got more than 2 because I got lots of hobbies. But then I'm just adding another hobby to my cache of hobbies, which I really don't need yet another hobby. So I might poke around at digitals, but I don't think that I will make it a full-time thing. But maybe I will. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? I really have found that I enjoy making videos way more than I thought I would. I feel like I've said that already, but it's genuinely surprising to me how much I enjoy making videos. I don't know. I guess I just didn't think that I would like it as much as I have ended up liking it. Let's see. The other thing that I now know is that no work is ever done. And I think I said that in the beginning of the video. So, you know, I realize that, you know, you all really love when I do a whole page with the paper dolls, right? And I'm like, here's the magazine and we're going to get out the, you know, we're going to harvest the magazine and we're going to make the doll. And I love doing all of that with you. But the thing is, like, a doll does not take me a day. And I mean, it can, don't get me wrong. I can fly through making a paper doll in a day, but I don't really enjoy that, I've noticed. What I really like is I like taking my time, and I like making sure that this is the doll and, you know, looking through my magazines, and I really enjoy that whole process. Like this doll back here, let me find her. Where's she at? This doll here has taken me, well, I did the background ages ago. Y'all probably saw that video, or some of you did. And it sat and it sat and it sat and it sat and it sat. And then I had this page, which came out of a catalog, and that page just sat in this journal for ages. And then just the other night I was like I was making other paper dolls, and I thought about making this paper doll. And then I was like, oh, you know where that belongs? It belongs on this page. So then I put the paper doll on the page. And then later I was like, oh, you know what? These eyes look great on here. And so then I put the eyes on. And it's just been like, you know, every day or so I look at it and then I think of something else to add to it. And I really enjoyed that process more than hurry, 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 hurry. And so that's been really interesting to me to learn that I like to take my time and have like a little process. Ooh, I am out of this brilliant, what is it? Brilliant yellow green. It is a brilliant yellow green, and I am out of it. I'm gonna get a new wipe because I don't really want. Ooh, I think this is probably one of my favorite colors. Very chartreusey. And the cool thing about the baby wipe method here that I'm doing is that if you press down hard, you're gonna get more paint off of your baby wipe. But if you let it go, you can not have as much. It's up to you. You get to decide and figure out how little or how much you want on there. I'm gonna do some silver on this yellow-green page because I do enjoy the metallics. So I am realizing that I am a process type of person and I like to have a slow process. And that makes it very difficult to make videos for the paper dolls because then I would just have a week's worth of videos that I'd have to stitch together and it may be weird for you. I don't know. So, but I also do like when I challenge myself to do it quickly, right? It's like, all right, make a paper doll, go. And, you know, and then I just have to make decisions very quickly. So that is also fun, but I really do enjoy the slower process. I do enjoy junk journals. I don't know. I thought that I would enjoy making junk journals more than I actually have enjoyed it. So that's been interesting as well. I thought that I would really like making journals, but I don't find myself craving making junk journals. Wow, I love that page. What happens if I put a little bit of this bronze over here? Ooh. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's cool. So it's been a year on YouTube. I've finished a junk journal. I have made at least 2,000 friends because you're all my friends. And maybe some of you are like, I'm not your friend. That's fine. But I have at least made 2,000 new friends and folks who watch me. And I've had so much fun talking to you all and meeting you and enjoying my time with you. And I'm so glad that you are joining me. And I hope that this next year is, you know, even more fun for all of us. Okay, so I have this Jane Davenport Joyful Gesso that someone gave me. I want to see what it does on a black page. So we're going to see. We are going to see. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty opaque and ooh, a gnat. Look at that. So I've really just enjoyed so much. This channel has just brought me so much joy and there's just been so many good people. This community is amazing. You all leave me with so many good ideas. I adore every last one of your comments. So please stick around. Who knows what's going to happen this next year? I mean, the sky's the limit, y'all. We can do anything, right? So it'll be a lot of fun, I'm sure. I'm enjoying this Joyful Gesso. I didn't pay for this. A friend gave it to me. She was like, I don't need this anymore. And I was like, girl, I can't buy art supplies, so you give me whatever your heart desires. And so she did. And it's been great. What else did she give me? I don't remember. So, yeah. I hope that you have enjoyed spending as much time with me as I have enjoyed spending time with you. And I hope that we can keep doing this because I really want to keep doing it. Ooh, that was really covered up all of that, didn't it? I need some more. I'm just going to do something wild. Yep. Wild. See, if you squish it down, you're going to get stuff out of your baby wipe. Oh yeah, look at that. Cool. And now what I can do is I can take a collage book or even magazine images and put a border around and then put my doll on, and this is going to be great. So now I have all of these backgrounds to play with so that we can do, ooh, look at those. Those are cool. I like that. So that we can do more paper dolls faster, because who doesn't love doing paper dolls faster? Oh, I put down the wrong side. Way to go. Oh well, what do we call it? We call it texture. Look at that. There we go. There's your flip through of my current journal, where I'm at with it, and some pages that we did. Aren't they fun? I don't know if we did any. I'm gonna have to do some gel plate prints to use up those. Oh, that's a background I made. Not with you. Don't worry, you didn't miss a part. And I think the pages that are left, I think I might actually put collage on first and then do paint. So, all right. Thank you so much for joining me in my first year here on YouTube. I hope that you'll stick around for all the other years because I kind of want to be here for a while and hang out with you all and see where all of this leads us. I'm trying to use up all of my paint, but I think I've already done that. So, okay. I hope that you all have a wonderful week. Thank you so much. Remember, what are junk journals for? What's the art for? It's to make you happy while you're doing it. So just make it and enjoy it. And don't worry. It's okay. It doesn't have to have a purpose. You can just create for the sheer sake of creating. And there are no arts and crafts police. No one's going to come and be like, stop making art and crafts. Don't worry. Just enjoy yourself. And please, please use your supplies. Y'all, these supplies go bad. Trust me, I've thrown out a lot of my supplies that I held on to for decades thinking, well, I'm waiting for the perfect time. And then one day I was like, you know what? There's no perfect time. Screw this. I'm just going to use it. And then it was garbage and I had to throw it away. There is no perfect time. The perfect time is right now. Use it. This is the perfect opportunity. That's the perfect project. Absolutely. If you're wondering, should I use this now? The answer is yes. Go use your stuff. Bye.